Hi guys. I'm sitting here in Norway, quarantined from coronavirus. I don't think I have it myself. I have some flu symptoms, but that's just seasonal, I guess. But anywho's, I can't leave the house because of those symptoms. So what else is there to do than dive into comics? Figured I'd show you guys some cool Batman comics that I have in my personal collection here in Norway. And I'll start off with the oldest one I have. It's number 4 from 1953. It's one of the really cool early ones. It's the fourth issue published in Norway of Lynvingen in its own title. And you can see it still has the hyphen between Lyn, which is lightning, and Vingen, which is wing. So Batman essentially was called Lightning Wing up until the very first movie of Tim Burton. So yeah, there you go. It's a weird thing. I love this cover. It's the Golden Age art is cool. The stories are horrible in my opinion, but the art is awesome. So in 1953 and 1954 we had Batman, and then they were cancelled, primarily because of public opinion in terms of comics rotting children's brains. So the publisher just wasn't interested in the bad publicity, so they cancelled it. And from 1954 to 1966, there was no superhero comics in Norway. But Batman was a popular character. So in 1966, we get actually in Norway, the most sought after year. Probably low print runs, I'm not sure. And I don't think the 2 issues I have and the 4 issues that were published in 1966 corresponds to any key issues in the States. But these are some of the most difficult to find and most sought after issues in Norway. So the first one is this one. It's number 2. I don't have number 1. This one's in pretty good shape. Well, it could be better, but it's not bad. And I'm really lucky to have this. And it's one of the cleanest covers, in my opinion, that were published in Norway, with the trade dress up here looking pretty cool. And there's no text or speech bubbles or anything. It's just a really cool, clean cover. I love this one. That's number 2 from 1966. And I also have number 4 from 1966. Now, I happen to know this cover was used in the States, but I have no idea what issue it was. Still has that nice trade dress. And it's a cool cover, in my opinion. So those are the 2 I have. So that's 2 of the 4 issues that were published in 1966 here in Norway. And amongst other nice little ditties that I have is Batman 189, or as it's called, Lynvingen number 3, 1968, which is the first Scarecrow in the Silver Age. This is a really nice copy. I don't know what the grade is. I haven't graded it. I'd say in the 8s maybe, something like that. It's really nice. This is pretty much the same everywhere, I think, color-wise and what have you. It's a cool issue. Sorry. And then, of course, we have the one that all of you guys are after. It's the Tech 359, first Batgirl. Now, I just love this. I think it's so cool with pink. And it literally says Lightning Girl, which is, well, that's what she was called here. Her million debut, probably $1 million debut. Is she friend or foe? What's her secret identity? This is a decent copy. It's not a high grade. I don't know. High 6s, maybe 6.5, 7, something like that. But it presents really well. It's really nice. Also, I have a Tech 356, which it's been a while since I read this, but I believe this character, the Outsider, was Alfred something? I don't know. It's a cool cover. He doesn't seem fazed by Batman punching him at all. But it's cool. It's this is you know, I don't know, lower grade 5 maybe. Has some writing here as well. Still has the really cool trade dress and the checkered border up there. I like that. And some of you guys remember from the Marvels that were published here. They're called the C-bladene, S-E-bladene. And this one's a C-bladene with stars. You can see the stars here. I have no idea the significance. Maybe that was the difference between DC and Marvel over here. I don't know. Another cool cover, one of my favorite covers, is this one. I just love the sexist aspect of this. You would never get away with anything like this now. Tech 371, and it's the debut of the Batmobile, the TV version of the Batmobile. Whoops, sorry. It's a cool cover. Actually, I prefer this to the 359, to be honest. The cover just, as it's such a period piece in my opinion. This one, Tech 370, the first Neil Adams art in a Batman story. It's a cool cover. Nothing, you know, it doesn't really reach out to me, to be honest, other than, you know, the fact that it's Neil Adams inside. It's not his cover. Cool nonetheless. And last of the 60s is Tech 373, second Mr. Freeze. I don't think we had the first Mr. Freeze in Norway, or Mr. Zero as he was called, his first appearance, I think. It's a nice cover. I actually like this cover a lot. But this is like a special number, 68 pages, so I'm not sure what else this contains, but a few other period issues from the States, I'm assuming. It's a nice cover. Pretty good grade as well. And of course, as we move into the 70s, here in Norway at least, Batman 222, the Beatles cover. I actually didn't know this existed, and somebody asked me about it, and I said no. I even checked, and I said no, wasn't published in Norway, and I had one in my own collection. Anywho, that's what you get. It's a nice cover. I think it's awesome. It's a pretty good, nice grade as well. That's cool. And last but not least, 251. This one. Ever since I became aware of the desirability of this issue, I've tried to get a hold of copies of this one. And it's a ghost. There must be plenty of them out there. I don't know how many was printed or sold. I might actually be getting some sales numbers from back in the 70s in a contact I have at a publisher. That would be really cool. But it's really, really difficult to find these days. Possibly because there aren't many left. I don't know. At this point, you know, it was read and throw away for most people. Early 70s. And here in Norway, I mean, up until the early mid-90s, nobody was using bagging boards anyways. You know, to the best of my knowledge, a lot of collectors here aren't using them still. So, well, there you go. So that was a little peek into my personal collection of Norwegian Batman books. Hope you enjoyed it. I'll be doing some other videos with Marvel books and some other stuff. Eventually, I probably will get around to doing some Phoenix stuff as well. All right, nice seeing you guys. Bye-bye.